in LA this week.
LA for All is a multilingual campaign. It is the largest hate crime prevention campaign in the city's history.
I brought my kids and my nieces and my nephews. Of course, we don't get snow in California here, so the snow play was one of the things I was looking forward to.
So this is a license plate reading camera. They use machine learning to recognize everything in the frame of the picture.
Overall, we've had about a 70% drop in crime in the last few weeks.
Hello, everyone. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and here's what's happening in LA this week. Mayor Eric Garcetti and council members Paul Koretz and Paul Krikorian attended the groundbreaking ceremony for the Armenian Cultural Center in Encino. Formerly a firehouse, the Cultural Center is anticipated to be a new community focal point for promoting Armenian arts, language, and education.
We're here to celebrate the groundbreaking of the Armenian Cultural Center. This was an abandoned fire station. We worked for 12 years to make this a reality, and we're very excited to see it open today. We think this will be a tremendous resource for the Armenian community.
Here in this cultural center, we will learn a story that is not just an Armenian story. It is a human story.
When my dad was growing up here in LA, he was a first generation born here. But Armenian was his first language. And by the time he was in school, he lost the ability to speak his native language because of the forces of assimilation. Every day at this center, there will be classes in dance, in Armenian language, in history. There will be activity every single day here that will help to enrich these families' connection with their cultural identity, but also that will give an opportunity for this community to engage the rest of the community as well.
The city of Los Angeles is working hard to use technology to improve the quality of life of residents, improve city operations, and move the city forward in technology, data, and digital inclusion. The city recently held a Smart City Showcase to highlight some of the current projects helping to meet those goals. Check it out.
The idea of having a Smart City Showcase, even in the midst of a pandemic, is to really highlight the kinds of work that are important in Los Angeles. But a smart city is really the essence of making sure that you're using data and technology in innovative ways that help people get better access and more equitable access to services.
When I started the City of Los Angeles in 2005, the city had some technology, but there was a lot of paper. You could say in a lot of ways, we weren't super smart. Here in 2021, things have dramatically changed. We've changed the way we do mobility. We've changed the way we provide digital inclusion. We use data in ways we've never done before. In fact, the amount of data we have available has been transformed. There's also security. We weren't as secure, even as close to secure. I would say that the city of Los Angeles is 10 times smarter, at least, in 2021 than we were in the year 2005.
It's a range of different things. It means trying to be a more connected city, trying to have the Internet of Things where the streetlights can talk to the buses and can tell you how many parking spots are open, and you want to be able to bring all the services to someone through the palm of your hand and empower people to take advantage of the city services in that way.
It's about making sure that people with disabilities are able to get access, people who are elderly, homeless, people who speak other languages. LA is an amazing and diverse city filled with people with all different kinds of abilities and needs. And we want to make sure that we're a city that addresses them. And a smart city not just uses data and technology, but uses it in a way that helps build trust with the government.
It's My LA 311, and you're able to submit all kinds of different service requests, like bulky item pickup, illegal dumping, potholes, if a tree fell, and you don't even need an account, you can submit it anonymously. It's really, really great to keep the city safe and clean.
Data is what's the difference between a smart city and a dumb city. Data allows city departments to have information about what's really happening. It could be information about traffic, so it can make decisions as to what lights turn green and what become red. It could be information around public safety, of where crimes are happening and how to prevent crime, or how to better represent and defend the residents. It could be information about planning, where to build, where not to build. Data is the lifeblood of how a city operates, and with data we make data-driven decisions, which makes every Angelino happier.
Later in the program, we'll learn about technology that is helping make the Melrose area safer. The LA for All campaign was launched in May of 2021, implementing the strategy of sharing city agency resources on reporting hate crimes and hate incidents. Capri Maddox, the executive director of the LA Civil Rights Department, talked with Channel 35 about this multi-language campaign and its dual goal of celebrating diversity, belonging, and inclusion in Los Angeles.
LA for All is a multilingual campaign to express how Los Angeles feels about preventing hate and discrimination, and to be a message of inclusion for all Angelinos. It is the largest hate crime prevention campaign in the city's history. We've seen hate crimes rise against all communities, LGBTQ, API communities, African American, Latino, and we've even seen hate crimes rise against our Jewish brothers and sisters. And so we need to have a campaign, a multilingual campaign that will address the hate, but also to be inclusive, to show that LA is for everyone. And the LA for All campaign sends messages of protect your elders. LA is for everyone. I belong, you belong, we belong. And I think it is important to know that LA is for everyone is a colorful campaign to represent the beautiful mosaic of Los Angeles, but it also, if you look at it closely, it actually has the skin tones of all flesh that is represented in the city of Los Angeles. We are in 4,000 locations all over the city, and we have the ability to have this in 18 different languages and counting. I want people to feel included, a sense of belonging, and I think it's important for us to know that what unites us is stronger than what could ever divide us.
Councilmember Paul Koretz is embracing new technology to help fight crime in his district. He was joined by LA police officers and residents of the Melrose area to discuss and introduce license plate camera readers that were recently installed to help in the prevention of crime.
We have one more tool to make it difficult for anyone to commit a crime and get away with it on Melrose.
So this is a license plate reading camera that uses machine learning to recognize everything in the frame of the picture. So that takes pictures of cars as they drive by, the back of cars, recognize the license plate, the characters, the numbers, the state of the license plate, and unique features about the car.
As one of the initial donors to the Melrose Action effort to install cameras, I committed $10,000 to the fundraising effort, on the road to raising over $30,000 to install 12 license plate reader cameras throughout the Melrose corridor.
They know how crucial video has been in assisting the police department in solving some of our crimes that we've had in the area.
70% of all crime happens with the use of a vehicle. Someone drives in, commits a crime, and drives out. So what our camera will do retroactively is take a picture of all those cars. In real time, you can go in on your phone or a laptop and literally search that suspect vehicle. All of the footage is hosted in the cloud on a secure server that's only accessible by the customer themselves. So for Fox Safety, we can never access the footage at all.
Overall, we've had about a 70% drop in crime in the last few weeks. So it's happening. We're making Melrose safer. It's a safe place to come and shop and play again. And that's the goal, working with the community.
Los Angeles County Supervisor Holly Mitchell and leaders from LA Metro were on hand for the recent reopening of the Rosa Parks Transit Center after a $129 million renovation. The event celebrated the launch of new programs and services for people in Watts, as well as the woman known as the First Lady of Civil Rights.
We thank you for joining us to celebrate the recently completed state-of-the-art Willowbrook Rosa Parks Station here in the heart of the communities of Willowbrook, Watts, and Compton. This investment was about recognizing that Metro has a responsibility to ensure that riding transit, especially at the second busiest light rail station, should be comfortable and easily accessible.
Estamos celebrando la culminación de construcción de esta estación que estaba realmente muy necesitada. Pero más que nada la comunidad necesitaba una estación hermosa, práctica y funcional para su servicio. Y eso es lo que estamos ofreciendo el día de hoy.
The LIFE program, it stands for the Low Income Fares Easy program. So we offer discounts for low-income individuals all throughout Los Angeles County. A lot of people use public transportation, so these discounts are for monthly passes, weekly passes. Also, we offer 20 free rides every month that people can load onto their tap card, so it's very helpful, especially in the low-income communities.
Rosa Parks Center is way overdue. It's time. Past time is done.
Mother Rosa Parks has been called the First Lady of Civil Rights and the mother of the Freedom Movement. She should also be remembered for her undisputable link to public transit, whose actions ensured equity, dignity, and respect and treatment of all passengers.
The thoughtful design of the artwork on these beautiful shade structures behind us of Rosa Parks' courage and bravery, courage that sets a good example for the work that remains to be done today.
The U.S. Surgeon General visits a SoCal high school. Mayor Eric Garcetti issues a new directive on green spaces, and Santa helicopters in to deliver gifts to pediatric patients. These stories up next on City Beat.
U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy visited King Drew Magnet High School. The tour focused on a discussion of youth mental health and the impacts that COVID has created. The pandemic has had unprecedented impacts on the mental health of this country's youth due to factors such as loss, isolation, and economic insecurities. Given pre-existing concerns over bullying and the influence of social media, the need for mental health care for youth is greater than ever. The Surgeon General emphasized the need for increasing funding and creating cultural change around mental health issues. Dr. Murthy also discussed federal funding to support counselors, nurses, and social workers. Mayor Eric Garcetti has signed a directive that would improve access to parks for neighborhoods that lack public open space. The Achieving Park Equity Directive orders the development of a plan to improve equitable access for neighborhoods that lack public green spaces. These green spaces will provide increased health outcomes and environmental benefits for the communities that they serve. The directive also increases spending to restore and improve parkland access. This plan aims to prioritize employment of city youth, seniors, and vulnerable residents through city programs. The Achieving Park Equity Directive is the 31st directive signed by Mayor Garcetti since taking office in 2013. Recently, LAPD SWAT and the Orthopedic Institute for Children hosted their holiday party and toy giveaway. The giveaway has been going on for more than 30 years, supporting more than 2,000 families who have pediatric patients at the Institute. The holiday event was the culmination of a year-long toy drive. Pediatric patients and their families were treated to music as well as lots of toys and gifts. Participants were also treated to a visit from St. Nick himself, who made a dramatic entrance via LAPD helicopter and rappelled down from the rooftop to join the festivities.
It was the first time we had tree lighting at the new town square in San Pedro. Councilmember Joe Buscaino hopes to make this a tradition. The council member, along with local leaders, flipped the switch on the holiday season at the LA waterfront as boats went gliding by with glee.
3, 2. Yes, here at the first ever holiday tree lighting ceremony and our brand new town square, the LA waterfront.
We have a fabulous new development, West Harbor. We can't wait for everybody to see it. And today we're going to have open the first tiny little portion of it called the Promenade.
This is exactly what we've envisioned for decades. This is a place for everyone throughout the city to come and enjoy their LA waterfront.
Tonight we have the return of the Harbor Holiday Afloat Boat Parade. It's one of the oldest boat parades in Southern California, and it draws in from a number of marinas here at the Port of Los Angeles. We have over a dozen marinas and a lot of different recreational boaters.
It just shows the community here and how they love being together despite everything that's going on. They're still trying to put on for the community here, the San Pedro community, so it's really nice.
Last 2 years that have been challenging for so many people. Last year nobody even celebrated, so it was nice to be back out in person. But I also want to just caution everybody that it's really not behind us yet, and we still need to be careful, and I hope everybody still gets their vaccine.
And 'tis the season for a good parade. Later in the program, we'll see residents of Council District 12 settle back into a holiday mainstay of their own. So stick around. Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez is starting a new tradition in Council District 7. Her community has decided to combine holiday cheer with a dash of sustainability thrown in.
3, 2, 1, let us!
Tonight we're actually commemorating these very unique times with planting a Christmas tree rather than cutting one down and decorating it. This is something that we're trying to practice sustainability here in our community, and so I'm really excited that we've planted this Afghan pine that will be growing each and every year so that we can come back and celebrate the holidays together each and every year. Last year we were celebrating the holidays via Zoom, and so to be able to have the kids back at school, to be able to have them enjoy the holidays with the kind of enthusiasm that they used to have pre-COVID, it's really a beautiful sight to see.
Just want to see the Christmas tree lighting and support our community.
We love it. You know, this is a new event for us, the tree lighting, and it's going to be we're going to see that tree grow in our community just like our community.
I think it's wonderful that they have this event, and I think it's really important that we get out there, get vaccinated if you can, so that we can come together for events like these.
It's called the most wonderful time of the year for a good reason, and that reason is snow in Southern California. Harbor City Recreation Center teams up with the Harbor City Neighborhood Council to bring families in Council District 15 a sunny day of dashing through the snow.
This is Harbor City, and today is our Christmas event for the community, free to all of them, anybody. And we have in a snow day.
I brought my kids and my nieces and my nephews. Of course, we don't get snow in California here, well, you know, in this Harbor City, so the snow play was one of the things I was looking forward to.
We've already had children coming and saying we get to play with snow. It's our first time ever touching snow. And we get to be outside with other children because, you know, they've been inside all this time. So they're happy.
We have refreshments. We actually have popcorn. We have candy. We have hot cocoa and cookies, along with some carnival games and arts and crafts.
Yeah, they're just having a blast right now.
It's a great event going on for the kids, and it gives them something to do. There's a lot of activities, and They're having fun and enjoying themselves. So
Trying to have fun and keep everybody safe.
Council President Nury Martinez has long been the champion of reading as a roadmap to achievements in life. She recently hosted her 7th annual Gift of Reading event in the historic Van Nuys Civic Center. The holiday event distributed backpacks, school supplies, and books to students from Council District 6.
This is our 7th annual Gift of Reading, and we're doing something a little different this year because we're still in the middle of a pandemic. So I'm just known for giving out books and encouraging our families to spend time these holidays reading to their kids and instilling the love of reading at an early age, which is so important.
50 years ago, I used to deliver mail to this place we're at today, and I'm glad I could be returned as Santa Claus. Today is a lovely day right here to share some love and kindness with the little children, to give out books so the little kids will have something to do during a Christmas vacation, reading a book and learning.
Lo que quiero es que nuestras familias entiendan la importancia de la lectura, no importa qué idioma usted lea o qué idioma usted hable, la importancia es de que inculque la lectura a sus hijos porque va a ser tan importante para la educación de sus hijos en el futuro.
Creo que es algo bonito para los niños ahorita que estamos en cuarentena. Miraron a Santa Claus y miraron unas lucecitas. Es una experiencia bonita, las luces estuvo muy bonito, muy agradable.
We just want to make sure that they know that we have not forgotten any of our families here in the district. It's really about having a sense of community and family for us is really important.
It was really nice, really interested. She got a backpack and a little box of chocolate. It's, something new, so that'll be good for the kids. I love it, my daughter loves it, so yeah, it was something nice, really nice.
So it's like my first time being here, so I loved it. I like it how the tunnel is so awesome and more Christmassy, so I love it being here.
Les deseo muchísimo salud y prosperidad en este año que viene. Sigan las precauciones durante esta pandemia con la mascarilla. Les inculco que por favor se vacunen. Muchas felicidades y les deseo lo mejor. Gracias.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hope you enjoy your vacation and go out there and love this world and love your neighbors and love your schoolmates.
Everyone loves a parade, especially the folks in Council District 12. Councilmember John Lee and local residents celebrated the return of the 38th annual Granada Hills Holiday Parade. The parade made its comeback after being canceled last year due to the pandemic.
There's no place I'd rather be on the first Sunday of every December. Just an amazing parade. The troops, the groups, the horses, everything that shows up, it just makes it just a festive, amazing day.
We're here for the annual Christmas Granada Hills Parade, which we're glad that they're having it this year because of everything that's been going on. They didn't have it last year, so we're grateful for everything that they were healthy and they were able to get together again.
Nunca se pierde esta tradición que muchos hispanos venimos a ver el desfile. Que ya después de tanto tiempo de que no venimos, es disfrutar un rato con nuestra familia.
This is 38 years of tradition. This is a very small town. It's a very friendly town. We have to do this every year. You cannot let go of this type of tradition. It just brings out families from all over.
I just love to see how everybody comes together in unity to show off what's great about the city, about this town, and about Los Angeles in general.
Because it just brings everybody together, with so much going on in the world. I think it's just a good idea to have something to go out and enjoy with family and friends.
We've been coming for like 7 years, right? It just brings it back together. Everybody's been kind of like separated, divided with everything going on, pandemic, politics, but this is a common cause that we all share, so it's something nice.
It's a time for friendship. It's a time when we can not worry about the pandemic or the other problems in the world, but focus in on the good part of the holidays and to be able to wish people a Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah and just keep the spirit alive.
I think it is a important for our community to have this parade, just because at least people get to know where Granada Hills is and what a beautiful little neighborhood it is. It's not only just like a little speck in the city, but I'm sure everybody should come down here and check out this parade. It's very beautiful.
I wish everybody a wonderful, safe, and happy holiday season from myself and from Cash 2.0 and everybody in the community.
We love the Granada Hills Parade!
Enjoy the virtual experience of the 41st Annual Black Doll Show. Join a film discussion with the LA Public Library or sign the kids up for the Cheviot Hills Winter Camp. All this up next on Things to Do.
Don't miss the William Grant Still Art Center's 41st Annual Black Doll Show, Black Doll Magic. This virtual experiment is for artists, collectors, and lovers of black dolls around the world. This year's exhibition theme takes on social media with an online hashtag challenge. Working with their doll of choice, artists will style and present a before and after video of themselves and their doll. Black Doll Magic. The 41st Annual Black Doll Show can be viewed now through February 26, 2022. To learn more, please visit wgsac.wordpress.com. Your friends at the Edendale Branch Library invite you to a holiday documentary. Join fellow music lovers for a cheerful discussion of Jingle Bell Rocks, the underground world of alternative Christmas music. This documentary is a sleigh ride into a strange and sublime Yuletide universe, featuring the Flaming Lips, Run DMC, Clarence Carter, John Waters, and many more. Festivities will also include a Zoom holiday party where Edendale's adult librarian and music expert Daniel will share rare Christmas tunes from his record collection. Don't miss the film discussion of Jingle Bell Rocks, the underground world of alternative Christmas music, happening Wednesday, December 22nd, beginning at 6 p.m. To join the discussion, send an email request to eden@lapl.org. Cheviot Hills Day Camp welcomes the return of Winter Camp. Sign up for one of 3 winter sessions to give your child a great winter experience. Campers attending day camp will enjoy a great time participating in sports, crafts, cooking, special events, and other activities in a safe environment. The atmosphere at Winter Camp nourishes confidence and self-esteem. Winter Camp at Cheviot Hills Recreation Center begins Monday, December 20th. Sessions are filling quickly, so don't wait. To learn more, email cheviothills.recreationcenter@lacity.org or call 310-837-5186. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's it for this edition. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org, and we're also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.